You know, we're in the middle of a drought, which is odd this time of year. I haven't had rain since, I don't know, late September. So it's been over like 6 weeks. And I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I put a bunch of paper in there just as like a base. Let that burn. I'll throw the charcoal on in a bit. I thought we'll do some more grilling because grilling season's coming to an end. And, you know, today I called a bunch of lawyers. It's my life is nothing but lawyers, you know. The one lawyer regarding my finger, I spoke to him a couple weeks ago. And what that asshole say? He said, all right, look, this has gone on long enough. I'll call, see how much the other side wants to settle it. 2 weeks ago, haven't heard back, so I called, left a message with the secretary, so that lawyer. Called the other lawyer regarding my whole threatened at work by that fucking tall fag who wanted to break my jaw, and they fired me for it. You know, I had to call like a dozen lawyers to find one that would take the case, and, you know, so, well, these things are moving in the right direction. I forwarded some emails from the company's HR and a voice recording I had, so we'll go from there. And the third lawyer I'm waiting to hear back from is the Social Security Disability Insurance lawyer. You know, maybe I should have done it myself, just filed on my own, but I thought, okay, these guys will handle all that bullshit for me. I got a bunch of paperwork from Social Security Administration. Fill this in, fill that in. We need original records. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What's the point of having a lawyer take a chunk of my SSDI earnings, you know? So I called them, and they're not answering. Everyone's super busy. What day is today? Monday? It's first. Yes. Tomorrow's election day. Maybe this is all the election panic.
Election Eve.
I got to wait till my brother tried to get a copy of his proof of voter registration, but you can't get a hold of its county board of elections. So anyway, let's watch this burn. We're in the middle of a drought, and we'll fry up some. We'll butterfly some sausage. Throw it on. I guess it's not, you know, it's not just a video, it becomes like a thing. Now, we're going to butterfly some goddamn sausages. We got your meat thermometer. So let's do the butterfly thing. It's just, I can't believe my life. I'm sorry, I'm getting angry just because everything in my existence is just such fucking shit. But we'll butterfly these and maybe have some nice sausages because I always liked sausage on the grill. Occupational clicking is in the mood today. So I'm sorry, you can pause. All right, those have been cut down the middle. We'll put them on the grill. Now it's time to add the briquettes. There you go, buddy. We'll throw them on. Just, and I can't find that piece of land. Oh, we got some more, don't worry. All right, Sideshow Click is fanning the flames here. There we go. And I'll let those burn. Yeah, I think we got a lot, you know, you don't want to block the airflow underneath, but I think we got so much burning underneath that it should be decent. Yeah, so we're gonna have some food and some drink. I think it's time for some drink, right? Yes. There it is. I think I've earned it. You know, it's you know, we fell back what, a night or two ago, so it's gonna get darker sooner. So I figured, well, why not? Let's have some refreshment. And the thing about my life in general, this isn't just about the grilling. The grilling is just sort of a background thing. It's more about just everything, like my existence. Like you know, I know life is shit, but it shouldn't have been this shitty. You know what I mean? Let's get this on. There we go. And that should come to a nice burn. We can add some more lighter fluid, but you know, it's like, and we know alcohol isn't the answer, but sometimes, what is it they say? The cause of and solution to all of life's problems. And so, drink up. And we'll throw those on in a moment. All right, so we'll wait while the charcoal briquettes turn from black to gray, and I'm gonna have myself a seat and contemplate life and whatnot. Let's see here. You know, it's very triggering. All this shit I went through brings back memories of other things I went through, and like it never ends. Like this shouldn't be happening. I'm in my 40s. It's just ridiculous. Now the onus is on me to try to find a lawyer again. Still haven't settled this bullshit after 2 years. The first lawyer quit or was fired, and another law firm took on the, you know, injury claim. And then the other lawyer, because I couldn't just work some shit job. I thought the job is great, you know. I'm not around people. I'm by myself. The auto parts job. Yeah, I see the guys at base, and I got along with everyone, all the other drivers, except for this one tall fag who we actually did get along sometimes. It seemed like he said he was what, bipolar. And so some days he'd be weird, other days he'd seem friendly. We weren't like mortal enemies, but then he goes and does this, never apologizes, and the fucking asshole piece of shit boss, no one can treat me like a human being. The boss couldn't simply say, hey, wait, that's fucked up. Tall fag Paul, you're fired. No, I guess these people, my whole life, I've always said it's like a Kafka novel. It's very Kafka-esque. And I guess these people never experienced this stuff before and will never experience it again. So when they see a glimpse, these people at the auto parts place, when they see a glimpse of this craziness out in the open, they think, let's get rid of the guy who's, the, not instigator, what's the word I'm looking for? Who seems to be the, what am I trying to say?
The source,
source, or like the harbinger. I don't know, like some kind of like, they see me as like, this is weird shit, and it is, and he's a weirdo, so let's just get rid of him instead of, even though he's being wronged here. I see me as like the, I don't want to say source, because I didn't ask for this, I didn't deserve this, but it's almost like they see me as weird, and they see what's happening as really, really weird, but they can't say, wow, you're the victim. They got to say, oh, you're weird and this is weird, let's get rid of you. It's like a feeling people have about me. How am I supposed to function in life? And this is like just yet another job that's failed, yet again. And I have other stories. I just do my videos, drive around, maybe walk around, do a walk and talk through the falling leaves and shit. This happened so many times now. The manager who poked me, the nigger bitch who tried to run me over, that wacko who strangled me in that liquor store, even that little shit who shoved me. I thought he was my buddy. It's like, I got stories. This all happened in the past, 5 or 6 years. And it's like a never-ending repeating pattern, but you're a plane overhead. So I just want to sit and drink. Yeah, let's go for a drink and grill. And yeah, maybe in a bit take some pills and some Jew pills and just try to find some peace of mind. Give me some peace of mind. Now, tomorrow is election day. Right now it's Monday, and tomorrow, what day is it today? The 4th?
Yes. Tomorrow
is going to be November 5th. I don't know when I'm going to upload this, but right now it's the day before election day, and I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen. I just look how are they? I could cover this a bit. They're getting pretty gray, looking pretty good. Well, the ones in the center are nice. The ones further back, is that, I guess, the fire below, the paper below isn't burning?
I don't know.
Well, let's see. Let's fix that. But yes, election day tomorrow. And let's see. Get our silver platter for some food. Election day, and what else? There we go, over there. It's that far back. We'll let that simmer a bit. I don't know. The sausages, again, are butterflied. That's what my mother used to call it, butterflying. You cut them in half. And we'll put those on. They should cook. Oh, my God. Well, I guess it's like this at a lot of jobs. I guess I'm like, I think it's because I'm autistic. There's like not knowing how other people think, but also like a delay. I expect, okay, I see others. They go to work, they interact, they do their thing. I expect to be treated the same. And I read online about that sort of like that. There's whatever milliseconds, few seconds. It's not just sexual. People like size you up in a matter of like seconds. And I guess people just see me as a lesser being or someone to be fucked with. Because I think back to these other jobs, like, they would run me when I was working at a grocery store full time. They would run me ragged. And I'm thinking about like, I didn't see it. I thought, okay, this is the job. I'm doing my thing, hard work, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I used to work in a grocery store and I was in the grocery department, if you've ever been to a supermarket, all the food and crap on the shelves. And there was the produce department, all the fruits and vegetables. And whenever the truck would come for the produce, there'd be a delivery for produce. It always seemed like the produce guy, the full-time produce guy, he was always on lunch break. The truck would come at different times during the day. Sometimes it would come at like noon. Sometimes it would come at 2 o'clock. Whenever I would work like afternoons to evenings. This guy was always conveniently on lunch. And some other manager would say, "Hey, I need your help. Can you bring down?" Because there were these electric jacks, and grocery department was on one side in the back room, and produce was on the other. I remember the one time the manager said, "Oh, can you please help just bring down a jack? We have a produce truck on the other side of the building. Bring down a jack." I said, "Sure." I got conned into unloading it because once again, I said to the guy, "What the hell is your problem?" "Oh, well, I take when I'm on lunch break." The head produce guy was always on lunch break, but he never pulled the grocery truck for me. And I remember thinking like, and no one seemed to care. And then I remember one day, it was summertime, and the manager lady wanted someone to refill the ice. Apparently, up front they sell bags of ice, and the ice was, And so she had the produce guy doing it. As soon as she saw me, she said, "Oh, produce guy, go back to produce. Here, occupational click, you do it." I'm like, "Well, what the fuck? I'm always unloading this truck. Why can't you?" But I guess maybe there's a desperation. Like, I got to keep a job because I'm a loser because I can't socially climb the ladder. I guess these people can smell the desperation, in a sense. Like, oh god, I can't lose this job. Instead of just saying, "Fuck this, I quit." What do you think? Sideshow click want to chime in? Or?
I think that's a part of it.
Yeah, because there probably is a desperation. Because I am not, I can't politic and socialize with people. I try to be nice. There are people I seem to get along with, but it's like, I guess they pick up that I'm desperate for a job, or I'm not picking up on the fact that they're using me, so they take advantage of it. It's terrible how human beings are, how fucking neurotypical garbage is. And it's like, but it's true, I do need a job. Once again, I'm without a job. Unemployment is paying shit because, I had that injury. So it's like, Christ, what am I going to do now? But yes, election day tomorrow. We'll just go in and out. Just a rambling nonsense of whatever. Another election year again. Let's see here. I remember. I don't remember the Reagan-Mondale election. Maybe some of you, if you're older, you do. I remember as a kid, I wanted Bush to win against Dukakis because I couldn't pronounce Dukakis when I was like, 6 or 7 years old. It was like Bush and Dukakis. I think these other elections in my life, it's like, once again, just another fucking election. I remember the Ross Perot nonsense. I remember being in high school and having to watch, Clinton and Bob Dole debate and write a paper about it for the fucking, history teacher. And I remember voting. What many elections? There was that whole hanging chads. Oh, I'm getting a call. Okay, I just got a call from the lawyer regarding the finger. I last spoke to him, it was October 15th, and he said, well, we had to submit to see if there are any insurance claims, and we have a month before we hear if there's any outstanding blah, 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 some shit. So I said, okay, fine. Basically, you won't have an answer for me till the 15th. So I plan to call this guy back after 1 month, November 15th, and what he said he's going to do, he's going to look at a chart. I asked him, I said, ballpark, what do you think? Oh, I don't know off the top of my head. I need to take 15, 20 minutes. I said, fine, I'll call you back after the... it was something about if any insurance companies had covered this, or the other the insurance company for the other side, for the department store. So he needs 1 month. I called him October 15th. He needs 1 month. Here, you want to start? I'll start putting these on. And, I guess this is looking decent. So we can start putting some of these on. So, I guess that's good-ish news. Watch it turn into a whole thing where it's like, I don't know. I'll put them this way. And I might add a little lighter fluid just to get another flame going, or not. We'll see how we feel. I'll just put a few on here. Oop. Sticking together. Ooh. All right, I'm going to put the camera down. There we go. Best to open them up before you put them on the grill. See that? And we won't put them all on. We'll probably do about half. What do you think?
Yeah, half sounds good.
All right, so when you open them up, yeah, much easier this way. But see, they're butterfly. It's the 2 butterfly wings, and that way they should cook all throughout. When you butterfly, you don't go top to bottom. You do like 90, 95%. You leave a little bit so it sticks together, and you kind of just sort of... All right, that's cool. We'll put them on. Pause. All right, we'll put some on. We'll put them on the hot side. Actually, we got a lot of charcoal.
Yes.
And this is all we're doing today, so maybe I will... No, I don't want to put them all on. How many do we have in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's number 6. How many do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'll put half on. What do you think? We'll see how they come
Lucky
out.
7, yes.
Well, maybe after these cook a bit, I'll move them to this side and put the other ones on. I don't know, but hold on. I don't want to get it all lighter fluidy. There's a part of me that wants just one last flame. Is that gonna... What do you think?
I guess kind of go between the sausages. Try not to douse them.
My hands are all... There we go. Whoa. Okay, good. I'll put that one back on. Get a flame going. A little bit of a flame. It's burning the paper down there. Get some paper left over.
Not so much the brick. Oh, wait. There we go.
There we go. That's good.
It does.
Okay, Sideshow Click has, what do we want to call it? My brother has put the lid on it, giving a little breathing room. And we'll let those cook. We'll probably flip them in a bit. And they look like they're cooking okay. Let's go back over here. There's the other half. There's my beer. And what were we talking about? Well, this video is really for me. It's just more of a nonsense ramble about, like I was talking about, we were talking about in my life and jobs, how I feel miserable. We were talking about elections. Then I got a phone call. When you get a phone call, the video stops. So it was that asshole lawyer. Part of me thinks I'm glad I spoke with him. This has been going on for over 2 years now. This was July 4th. No, it was the 3rd, the day before the 4th of July. July 3rd in 2022. Like I said, because I asked him, I said, this insurance inquiry thing you got to do, wasn't this done 2 years ago? And he said, yeah, but that law firm no longer counts because we took on the cases. The other law firm, the first law firm that took this case on, they still exist, but the lawyer handling it, they wouldn't tell me. Was he fired? Did he quit? But apparently when he left, this other law firm decided to just jettison off all of their workman's comp claims. The law firm still exists for other cases, but all their workman's comp was given to this new lawyer. So I spoke to the new lawyer, and he's like, yeah, we had to restart everything from scratch. It's basically like everything I did 2 years ago, not quite 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, because I was injured in 3rd of July, and I think I filed suit sometime that winter, December or January. Since everything started, I was late 22, early 23. It's almost been, almost been 2 years since we started over. So it's like 2.5 years of bullshit. And if it takes this long just for a fucking busted finger, just give me a few thousand for a busted finger. How long is it going to take this lawsuit against the company? Or not even a lawsuit yet. Trying to get some monies from the company for wrongful termination, retaliatory termination, fired because, I out of retaliation. How long is that going to take? And the Social Security thing. How come they didn't call me back, sons of bitches? It's like, I should have just done it myself, but I thought, okay, they'll handle contacting all the doctors and shit, getting all the, what's it called? Crossing the T's and dotting the lowercase J's, lowercase J's. Who gets that reference? But yeah, so I thought, okay, it'd be good to have, so they can deal with all the legalese and the fucking paperwork. But now I'm getting this shit in the mail from. I understand signing a few forms here and there, but the thing with Social Security is like, okay, someone filed the claim on your behalf. We need all these original documents, and I'll provide them. But it's like, well, why am I? What is the fucking attorney doing? He just fucking filed it just to take a chunk of my whatever. So yes, my life is. This is like, instead of having a normal life, when you're a fucking retard, autistic, spurg, ADHD, whatever the fuck I am, this is what your life becomes. But and I know my shrink is always saying, what is he always saying, buddy? I'll show you real quick. That like, you don't seem autistic to me. And I'm like, sometimes I wish I was more outwardly autistic. Maybe people just ignore me or say, oh, I just want to be left alone in peace. I guess I wonder if part of it too is like two theories. Part of it could be that I was forced to socialize in the sense that the way I behave is like, it doesn't come across as normal, but it doesn't come across as typically spurg. It's me, a spurg, trying to sound normal, so I come across as weird. Spurg-like. But clearly I'm not normal if I'm getting treated this way. But I'm not, full-blown, I'm spurg.
Yeah, you're normal enough to be treated like garbage, but you're not special enough to be pitied or treated like you're special.
I like what Brother Click just said, yes. But also, they say that sometimes, you have autism and you have ADHD. And, there's the stereotypes of autism, the stereotype of ADHD. When you put the two together, it manifests as this third thing. Because I'm both autistic and I have attention, what they used to call ADD, now it's ADHD. And again, when I was a kid, autism meant retarded, but without Down syndrome, like the kids in the special class, we now call classic autism. And ADHD was called ADD, and it meant the kids who were super hyper, which was never me. I would always go to class, sit there nicely, listen, I was always a very quiet and studious and but it manifests this way, and this is where my life has turned out. So I don't know anything else you want to ramble about. Yeah, because this is what this is. It's really about the grilling. The grilling, it's sort of like bonsai. It's not really about the creation of a tiny tree. It's about the minds. This is more of a grilling is like the backdrop of me just sort of. I got to start just making videos about my thoughts, my feelings. I know you don't want to be on camera too much, but you got your shades on, so it's like, I like what you said there about, it's always felt like that. It's like the rules don't apply to me. Not that I'm above the law. Like people don't apply. I don't get the same rights and respects as others, but it's like, what was we said before? Like, I don't get the privileges of being a normie. I'm treated like second-class shit, but when something goes wrong, I'm held to the same responsibilities of a normie, whereas like retards are given a pass. I'm seen as like, it just, I don't know. But let's check on our our sausages. Was I remember that movie, Daddy, would you like some sausage? Okay. Coming together nicely. I'm gonna get the tongs and either my brother or I can. And look at the briquettes, the charcoal briquettes. They're all nice and gray now. They're putting on that.
That's what you want to see.
That last bit of lighter fluid really did the trick, and all that paper underneath really helped. So they're cooking. That's good. Yeah. Don't want them overdone, but don't want them underdone. That's how they're not done yet, but we're starting to get some char. My brother is flipping them. Remember, we have the hot side. We can move. We'll flip them on the hot side, and later we'll move them to the cool side. So we'll do another few minutes on the hot side, and then when we come back, we'll move those over here, and we'll put the other ones on that side. See the hot side with the briquettes, the cool side. That's Oh, should we get the spatula and press down a little bit? I don't think I got to spear them, but I think maybe just a little bit of pressure. Don't want them too dry. We want to make sure they cook. See that? Move this over a little bit. Just a little spatula, just so they press them down so they cook evenly. You see the juices. That's good. Don't want them overcooked. Don't want them undercooked. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
These sausages, by the way, they taste delicious when done right on the grill. They're phenomenal. One of my favorites. When they get just a little bit of smoke, a little bit of char, not too char, but a little bit of that grill taste, and they're cooked throughout, and they're heavenly.
Supreme.
All right, what else? And again, we're in a drought, so we're not supposed to be doing this, but you know, a drought in November is kind of, in a strange way, because it's been so dry, it's actually good grilling weather, if you think about it. Normally, Novembers are chilly and rainy and wet and damp, or you get that, or blustery. It's cool. It definitely feels like an autumnal fall day here, but it's not bitterly cold. And I guess the dryness, it actually, you know, normally in the month of November, I don't feel inclined to get the grill out, but this has been a different November with the drought, but we need rain. Anyway, I'm going to ramble some more. This is going to be a long video of me just rambling about. What else were we talking about? If people want to hear this, I can always fast forward ahead to see the finished product. But I hear a school bus going by. I'm vaping this one. Oh, what else? All right, well. Hey, I think I will vote tomorrow just to say I did. We were talking about, like, Brother Click and I think we started voting in, I think it was 04, aught 4.
Yes, it was.
And I remember at the time, how old was I? I was like 22-ish. And my brother was like 18 or 19, 20, whatever. I think you're a couple years, but whatever. 19, whatever. We thought, oh shit, if W gets reelected, he'll call a draft and we'll end up in Iraq or Afghanistan. But I couldn't bring myself to vote for Kerry. So who did we vote for? Third party? I can't remember. Third party?
I believe we went Ralph Nader.
Did we go Nader that year?
Yeah.
It might have been Nader. And then I remember, oh wait, I think I did third party or do write-in because I didn't like McCain, and I couldn't bring myself to vote for Obama. But I'll be honest. So I think I went third because I went third party or I wrote someone in. Or what did you do? You remember?
I did Nader twice, and then the third time I went Libertarian. So 04 Nader. 08 Nader, 12 I went to Libertarian, 16 I did vote for Trump.
Hey, did Nader run?
I voted for him twice.
Okay.
So he didn't run in 12.
That's all kind of meaningless. But here, New Jersey is what they call a deep blue state. It means the Democrat will win regardless. So that's kind of irrelevant. But I wonder what else is on the ballot. We'll look at the ballot in a minute because I don't know what else is up for, just... I like my gimme dats. Obamacare was like good for people like me. I do want my gimme dats. But again, the president doesn't matter in a state like this. Whether it doesn't matter how you feel about the Democrat or the Republican. The Democrat will win a state like New Jersey. So it's kind of, that vote is, this is not a swing state. This is a solid blue state. So that part doesn't bother me. I do worry about it's really more so Congress, the Senate and the House of Representatives, how that goes. That kind of sways what gimme dats you do and don't get. So maybe I'll do a red-blue swap, because one thing I will say about Donald J. Trump, I will say one thing. Nothing he said ever offended me. Nothing, no words out of his lips ever bothered me. I always, even if it is all just a game, a show. Well, I like this character, like wrestling. It's all fake. Well, I like this wrestler because nothing he said ever bothered me. He's always a straight shooter. I didn't mind having him at the helm. in many ways, Kamala Harris strikes me as sort of like the living embodiment of affirmative action. So I look at her as just sort of like, if these are wrestlers, we've got the showman, and we've got, you know, affirmative action incarnate, and you know, but you know, it's all just political theater anyway. But no, I think I'd like to see another Trump presidency. It's now or never. I didn't mind the first one. I'd like to see another Trump presidency. This is last shot. I would like to see Trump at the helm. Jersey will be blue, Democrat otherwise. I'm not really worried about gimme dats. I don't think Trump is going to fuck with your gimme dats. I just, Actually, if anything, Kamala might fuck with the gimme dats. If she wants to give gimme dats to everybody, those of us who do get gimme dats will get less gimme dat because they're going to portion out to others. So
you're going to have to share the charity with all those illegal immigrants.
Share the charity, yeah, with all those, yeah. So I think we need a little red to balance out the blue. I think that's what people forget. You need a little balance. Speaking of which, okay. My brother's gonna get the tongs. They're looking cooked-ish. Why don't we move them over to the cool side? I'll flip them, put them on the cool. Yeah, love how the fat and the grease fuels the flame. Yes. Yep. And the briquettes look. We should have more meat. Briquettes look great.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, I guess that's good. All right. Well, let's see if I can get these on then.
Yeah, let me hold the thing.
Yes, my assistant is going to. All right, so we move these over to the cool side, the non-briquette side, so they can still cook a bit. And now it's time to start with these. And we do it, of course, the butterfly side. Butterfly side goes down. You know. Let's see here. But yeah, I think you need some balance. I think too much blue is actually bad. So the whole, I want my gimme dats. I agree. But there might not be enough gimme dats to go around if we get the ultra gimme dat person in the office. Maybe someone like a Trump would balance out and stop others from getting to gimme dats so I can get my gimme dats, because I'm an autistic retard and I needs me my gimme dats. I don't want to see a bunch of illegals and whatnot getting gimme dats when I want those gimme dats. I don't think Trump is going to mess with my gimme dats. I think I think Kamala would like extend the gimme dat program. And it will run thin. That's how I feel about the gimme dats. I'm glad we're making this video. I don't know who's going to sit there and watch all this, but it's like it's good to just share some thoughts. Like, it reminds me when I was younger and in my 20s, I used to walk around with a micro cassette recorder and record all my thoughts. This is kind of, you know, it's kind of nice. But let's see. What am I? Are you out of beer, buddy?
Yeah, I'll go get some more.
Wow. And they say I'm an alcoholic. I still got a decent amount, but all right. And I'm going to ask Brother Click. We can take a look. What should the temperature be for sausage? Like, what's a healthy temperature?
I'm going to say
150. 150. All right, they should get there. Yeah, I wish we had more meat. Damn. Oh well. But all right, let's lift this up and see what's going on. We got those sausages going. Okay. Those are looking done-ish. These will have to flip. I mean. Yeah. So we'll flip these, keep them on the hot side. Yeah, it looks good. I'm not using a timer. We're just sort of going by eyeball here. Hey, remember, I'm actually amazed. The briquettes look great. Like they're burning nicely. And I it's not the amount of lighter fluid. I think it was all that extra. We put a bunch of paper, a whole bunch of just, old newspapers and crap on the bottom. Should we flip these and see how these look? The older ones. We should try these. Check them out. We'll flip them. Why don't we take one and test it? Flip them all and pick one and we'll test it out. Those are looking like they're near done. Okay. Brother Click's going to test that one. I'll put this back on. There we go. It's hard to see this. What are we going up to?
205.
And it's supposed to be what, 1 something? 180?
Yeah.
Dry piece? Should we see if it's...
Yeah, I guess.
Hot, but how is it cooked?
Yeah.
All right. So we might have left it on a little too long. Maybe they can come off now. But it doesn't hurt to overcook them as long as it's juicy. You don't want it burned black, as long as it's, you know.
You want to take a bite, or?
Yeah, I got a knife. I'll check it out in a minute.
That's a good idea.
Well, yeah, we'll take one of these. They're getting kind of doneish. Yes. We'll take one of these, and we'll cut into it, and we'll move the other ones to the other side. So let's put that there. And let's see how it looks on the inside, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's still juicy. Looks cooked, or has it look a little too pink, or what do you think? Still kind of pinkish?
It is pinkish, but it's
pinkish.
cooked.
But it does, well, try here. Why don't you try this one? What's the temperature on this? You don't want to spear it to the bottom like you were saying. You just go sort of halfway in the middle. And what are you getting?
I'm getting 205.
Getting well over 200.
Yeah.
All right.
They're cooked.
They're cooked. And I was thinking about how, you know, not only do I have problems with normies, I even have problems with other weirdos. Like, there are people who, I actually pity them. I feel sorry for them. And I try to be friends. I try to be nice. And these people, they're clearly wacky. You can tell they're off. They end up turning on me. But it amazes me. Like you were talking about decorum, right? Mm-hmm. Like, how do you threaten someone right in front of, right in front of the boss? How do you shove someone right in front of the boss? How do you strangle someone in a public place? Like the decorum goes, well, these people are like nuts. It's like, it makes me wonder, like, I can tell that they're nuts. How do normies see me? Because I don't know, and no one tells me how I come across. I don't know how I'm seen, how I'm perceived. I don't know. Clearly, it's some kind of joke. How's the sausage?
Very good.
Too crisp, or not too bad?
Nope.
Good. So it's like, I think about these things. It's like over 40 years. They're just still coming along nicely. Let them go longer. Maybe I'll flip them in a minute. I just like random stuff. I was thinking, Dave Chappelle. I remember like 20 years ago at this point. Amazing how time flies. He made a joke about, you know, if he were the first black president. This was during, I guess, W's administration. He was saying something like, if I were the first black president, someone might want to take me out. So I would say, hi, I'm your first black president, and here's Vice President Sanchez. Something happens to me, there goes the border. And it was funny. 20 years later, it's true regardless. The border is pretty much gone. We're living in the, like Rome towards the end, the barbarian invasions. It's amazing. History repeats, how people want it to repeat. We really are living, it's like the Roman Empire towards the end. This will be seen as the history, in the history books, centuries from now. Ah yes, the period of barbarian invasion. And I guess the Romans themselves just sort of tried to cope and delude themselves and say, it's a good thing. Everything's fine. Yeah, all these barbarians fleeing to Rome, it's good. It's, you know, oh, it's overblown. No, Rome can't fall. Amazing, the cope, the wish away. I guess, you know, that's how normies function. I think what leads you to sort of end up in a, you know, somewhat black-pilled scenario is a combination of two things. One, being a loser, being on the outs, you know what I mean? Experiencing things, you're told one thing and it doesn't work out that way. So you experience that the world isn't working the way you want it to. That's number one. Number two is you have to have that propensity there inside of you, because there are people who, you know, might be blissfully unaware. And all of a sudden, if they get injured and they become deformed, they might say, holy shit, there's a whole side of life I never knew existed. But you also have people who are fuck-ups who never seem to pick up. They go about ignorant bliss because even though they're fuck-ups being discriminated against, they don't seem to know, or they don't seem to pick up on it. They seem to be able to cope and delude themselves, because copium is one hell of a drug. But, you know, I think, you know, it's like I was black pilled before the black pill was the thing. It's just sort of like you just feel it. Yeah, it just sort of, you know, this isn't like, you know, bragging rights. It's not. It actually sucks. I wish my life wasn't this, but it's you know, amazing. Oh, and flip them one more time. They're probably almost done-ish. Yeah, from the cool side, why not? Yeah, they're getting, yeah.
Yeah, let's see that.
The little char is not too bad, as long as they'll get the, I think the underside needs to cook a little more. Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausages? Already got fingered. It's Tom Green and Rip Torn, right?
Great.
Okay. Oh, what else? Oh. And maybe this is the start of something. The grilling was just a gateway into me feeling more comfortable by rambling and talking. And, you know, I know people like visuals, like to see things. I can't flip the camera and show my face because for some reason this phone won't allow me to change camera during recording. But it's like, oh my God. Uh, I'll pull them off now. They're getting a little. Let's test them, because, yeah. There was a bee or a wasp or something buzzing around. It's going after my brother. I think it smelled the sausage or something. And I just have to put this out in a moment. It's a shame. We still got, this is actually a good burn. In addition to the paper, I had some older briquettes that sort of fell to the bottom. They probably dried out and reignited because it's been so dry. So what I can do is I'll hose this off. And, you know, some of this will disintegrate, but there might still be briquette left. That can become the fodder for the sub-basement the next time we do some grilling. But let's take a thermometer and test these out. How are we doing here? Let's test it. Some look better than others. Some do look a little burned. Some look like, is this one okay on the other side? Yeah, let's take a look.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to the 190s. Good, so we didn't break 200. So it's above 185, wherever the magic number is. But yeah, 200 was a little too charred. I mean, it was good on the inside, but you know, it's 202. Yeah, we're looking good here. Yeah.
Okay, just under.
What are you looking at? They're roughly.
Roughly 200.
Oh wow.
Or north of 200, yeah.
Oh my. Oh, here.
Oh, my stuff.
Put that down. Here, let's cut one open. What's a new one? Hold that. That's nice and juicy though. Look at that.
Yes.
That looks good. That looks pretty good. Some of these other ones I don't know. This is a little too dry. I mean, we'll probably put this on a little too long and left it on the side. This one's a little dried out.
Yeah.
I mean, probably decent inside. We get that char. We'll cut them all here. This one looks pretty good. Nice and juicy, succulent. I guess we'll go a long ways with this one. Yeah, again, the outer crust is pretty thick, but inside's not too bad. This one might be a little. I'm not so sure about this one. This guy. Yeah, he's a little dry. You can tell he's a little dry.
Yes.
What else we got? One more, couple more here. Let's go sideways with him. He looks pretty good, pretty juicy. Mm-hmm. And this dude. Yeah, he's also pretty good. Maybe a little on the drier side. Oh, you got one more. Look, he's trying to hide. He's nice and juicy. He's hiding, see? But he looks great. Cut him in half. He looks really good. See the seasoning? He looks good. He looks the best. All right. Yeah, it's a shame. My biggest regret, I wish I had more meat, because that's perfect. Look, those are just the perfect amount, perfect gray. Oh my God, damn. But alas, we don't have any more meat. I had some, what's that pork stuff called?
Pork belly.
Pork belly. I fried that up. Well, I didn't fry it up. I actually grilled it up in the kitchen. Came out okay. It was pretty good. Yeah, I just want any more meat. Damn. Okay, well, you're going to record me putting it out?
I guess I do.
You can go back to wherever you think is a good spot. You can go back.
I'll go over to here.
You can record me too. Take a look, buddy. All right, I gotta get the hose. Because remember, we're in a drought.
Yes.
Gotta put this out as a waste, but hopefully we can reuse these briquettes. Even though I'm wetting them now, they will dry, and next time we do this, they should be, I'll keep doing this till the smoke dissipates. You see the bottom tray filling up?
Yeah.
I'll hose it down and this is. How much is the smoke? How much is this mix? You don't know it.
We don't know.
That's pretty good. Looks like pretty much all the paper burned.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're good. play it safe. I can come back later and, you know.
Hose down one more time.
Exactly. See, below, the lower briquettes, below that other grate down there. We had the paper and the briquettes below that sub grate.
Mm-hmm.
And here are the new briquettes. We still got smoke coming up. See that? Look at that.
Yeah.
That should get a little more.
A touch more,
A
yes.
touch more. That's still there's a. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yes. All right.